Have you ever noticed how easy it is to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to everyone that is basically around you? But what if the real secret to growth isn't about measuring up to others at all? What if the thing holding you back isn't your skills, your network, or your hustle, but actually the silent habit of comparison? Hi, my name is Ernest, and I help entrepreneurs break through the noise and build real lasting success without the burnout. So today, I'll show you how to shift your focus from comparison to personal growth, create deeper relationships, and apply these principles to your businesses or your business for more clients and predictable revenue. So let's get into it. Why does comparing yourself to others actually show your progress? We all do it. You scroll through LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and there it is. Someone posting about landing a dream client and scaling to 7 figures, or working from a beach in Bali, Dubai, Thailand, whatever it may be. Suddenly your own win that you may have received yesterday, 1 week ago, or even today feels small, borderline insignificant. So here's the truth. Comparison is the thief of joy, but it's also the thief of the momentum. Most people believe comparison motivates them. In reality, it often leads to self-doubt and inaction. Now, ask yourself right now, what's the one small step you could take today that will make tomorrow a little bit brighter? Studies show that social comparison can increase anxiety and reduce motivation, especially for entrepreneurs. Now, imagine running a race while constantly looking sideways. You'll never reach your full speed. Now, let's pause. Close your eyes for 5 seconds and picture your life if you only competed with yesterday's version of yourself, not anyone else. Are you really measuring your progress, or just your proximity to someone else's finish line? Because here's the blind spot. Even the most successful entrepreneurs feel this way. They just don't talk about it. Top performance, they obsess over their own metrics, not someone else's scoreboard. How does radical honesty unlock growth in your relationships and your business? Growth isn't about giant leaps. It's about honest, open conversations and celebrating the small wins. Now remember, the last time you avoided a tough conversation with your client or your partner, that's where resentment starts. That's where growth stalls. True connections come from vulnerability, not the perfection. People think strength means never showing any weaknesses. In reality, the real strengths come from being honest about what you need, especially with your partner, independent of a personal relationship partner or your business partner. So who in your life needs to hear the truth from you today? Ask yourself this, because research shows that teams and relationships built on psychological safety outperform those that avoid conflict. Great partnerships are like seesaw. Balance comes from both sides, pushing and supporting each other, not focusing themselves on themselves. Now, quick story from me. Yes, the first time I admitted to a client that I didn't have all the answers, our relationship actually got stronger. That honesty built trust, and trust leads to the growth, a personal one, but also a business one. Now, let me ask you this. Are you holding back honesty because you're afraid of rocking the boat? You might think you're protecting the relationship, but you're actually holding it back. The best entrepreneurs and partners are relentless about feedback and improvement. Now, let me ask you this. What if the key to scaling your business is hidden in how kids learn to play? Growth, whether in business or in parenting, is about small, continuous improvements. What psychologists call opponents processing, kids challenge themselves just enough to improve, but not so much that they get discouraged. That's the sweet spot, even for business, but also for your personal relationships, growth too. Progress is rarely early. It's a series of small, deliberate steps. You don't need a massive breakthrough to succeed. This is something I want you to understand, because when it comes to succeeding in your business, yes, it is just consistent incremental gains. Slowly but surely, the baby steps are the ones that count. What's one process in your business you can improve by just 1% this week? Please ask yourself this, because even James Clear's research on atomic habits, I'm very confident in saying you're familiar with that book, shows that tiny improvements compound over time, leading to massive results. So think of your business as a garden, yes? Daily care beats a single day of planting. So now let's switch gears a little bit. Grab a pen and write down one area you've been neglecting, and I'm very confident in saying you know what area we are talking about here. Are you chasing big wins and missing power of small, steady progress? Because most businesses plateau because they ignore the basics. Not because they lack big ideas, that's not the main problem. Even the elite performance, yes, master the fundamentals and revisit them regularly. So let me summarize. Today you learned why comparison kills the momentum, how honesty funnels growth, and why small improvements beat giant leaps. Please, if you focus on your own progress, build honest relationships, and embrace steady growth, you create a business and a life that's truly fulfilling. If this message resonated, hit the like button, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. If you want to, you can also answer this question. So, how do you measure progress in your life and your business as of right now? Because if there's anything I would want you to keep in mind, it's that success isn't about being better than others, it's about being better than you were yesterday. Closing this or bringing this to an end, here is also a very common myth, which is you don't need to hustle 24/7 or chase every trend. Sustainable success is built on honest reflection and consistent action. So, are you really giving yourself credit for the progress you have made thus far? Because according to the Harvard Business Review, businesses that focus on incremental improvement outperform those chasing quick wins. So remember, you're not in a sprint against others, you're in a marathon with yourself. If there is anything that you can do right now or a little bit later once you're done with this video, yes, if you want to do it right now, please pause the video right now, look into the mirror and ask yourself, what's my next small step? Because I'm very confident in saying, you know it, and there is something you've been avoiding. So please just go to the mirror, ask yourself this question, and let's see what's gonna come out of it. I've been where you are, doubting, comparing, and even feeling stuck. But the moment I shifted my focus inward, everything has changed. If you want more tactical, step-by-step framework for just, growing your agency or your business or consulting business or coaching, whatever it is that you may have, you can even join my free school community, yes? And remember, your journey is yours alone. So please make it count, and I see you in the next one.